Hey, what's up guys, VeryCooLalan here, and the day has come. We're going to put the iPhone 6 against the OnePlus One. The battle of the flagships has begun. Let's get to it. Now let's put some background information in this. Now what we're going to be looking at is the OnePlus One 64GB Sandstone Black Edition and the iPhone 6 64GB Space Gray Edition. Now both phones have their respective displays. The OnePlus One has a 5.5-inch LCD display, and the iPhone 6 has a 4.7-inch LCD display. Now, the design quality of both of these devices is really nice and really different from one another. The Space Gray iPhone 6 has a aluminum brushed feeling to it, and it is aluminum, actual metal. It's not just like a feeling to it like the LG G3. It actually is metal, and it's really nice. It feels nice in the hand. It has a nice grip to it. 4.7 inch is the sweet spot for the grip ability. So you're gonna be getting awesome feeling for this phone, especially in the morning when you're waking up and it's cold and you get that nice feeling to it. It's gonna be really awesome. Once again, awesome. Now the OnePlus One has a sandstone material. That's what the OnePlus company is calling it, sandstone, which is like a sort of like a grainy type of material. It's really soft. It feels nice. It's not like sandpaper where it's hard and nasty. It's actually pretty soft, but it actually has that grip to it, so you won't drop it in your hands. I mean, you won't drop it out of your hands, which is great. It has a black color to it. It also comes in a silk smooth white color, which is only 16GB, but you can swap out the covers if you manage to track one down somewhere, which is cool. Now both of these phones are great for their respective designs and design materials used. Now we're going to move on to the hardware. We're going to be seeing what these phones have to offer. Along the right side, you're going to find that the iPhone 6 has a power button now on the side. It's not on the top anymore, it's on the side. And it also has the SIM slot right here on the right side as well. And on the other side, you're going to find the volume on and off switch, the power rocker up and down, and there's no more chamfered edges on this. It's all smooth roundness from here on out. And on the bottom, you're gonna see that there is the microphone, the headphone jack, the lightning connector, and the little speaker ports. Alright, now on the top there's nothing on there anymore, so you're gonna be left with nothing on the top, which is pretty cool. I mean, nothing to complain about, but you know, whatever. Maybe an IR blaster would have been nice, Apple. Just saying. On the back, you're gonna find that there are these little white stripes looking things. On the Space Gray, they're gonna be gray, but on the Gold Edition and the white one, there's like white stripes. These are the antenna bands. They look kind of weird. They're not super ugly like some are saying, but they are kind of weird. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're not the best looking, in my opinion. Along the top left, you're gonna find the 8-megapixel iSight camera with the dual tone LED flash, and as well as a microphone, which is cool. The camera is really great, has really great pictures. I'm not gonna lie, this thing has way better quality than this OnePlus and the Samsung Galaxy S5, the Note 3, the HTC One M8. It has better quality than all those phones because I don't know what they do, but they have way better cameras. That's why I like that with the iPhone. I wish Android phones had those cameras, but they don't. Unfortunately, not yet. Hopefully one day they'll have great quality cameras. Now on the front, you're going to find the 4.7-inch LCD IPS display with the sapphire home button right here, made out of sapphire. Oh, also the camera has sapphire glass on it, so that's pretty cool. Here, the little handset speaker and the FaceTime camera, FaceTime HD camera is on the top as well. And here's a screen and nothing else on it. That's pretty cool, huh? Alright, now the OnePlus One. Let's look at the sides. The side's only going to have a power button on the right side, that's it. Nothing else. On the left side, you're going to find that there is a volume rocker up and down, and the SIM tool is also on the left side. So it's pretty good. And nothing else on there. On the top, you're going to find the 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as one microphone. And on the bottom, you're going to find the micro USB port with dual speakers. They're both mono. It's not a dual stereo experience. They're mono, but you know, that's not bad. They sound pretty good, crisp. and here is another microphone right next to the right speaker. Alright, that's cool. Nothing else over there. Now on the back you're going to find the sandstone, where all the main sandstone is, where you can feel it. It feels really great in the hands. It has the 13 megapixel camera here with a dual LED flash. It's not dual tone like the iPhone 6, which is not that bad. I mean, but if you want to get more realistic pictures, then the iPhone's the way to go, but this will do the job just as well. Alright, now on the front you're going to find that there are 3 small buttons right here. They're capacitive and they only light up when you light up the screen. The menu, the home, and the back button, and that's pretty cool. They're hidden away until you turn on the screen, which is great. It has a 5.5 inch IPS LCD display with a pixel density of 1920 by 1080, which is full HD, which is what the 6 Plus has. Unfortunately, the regular iPhone 6 does not have that. Has a 750p display, which is really weird. I don't know why Apple goes with those weird displays. It calls it Retina HD, which we just know it's actually just a 750p display with a nice color accuracy. Right here you're gonna find the headpiece and a 5 megapixel camera. It's not that bad. Next we're gonna go into the software. Now the iPhone 6 comes with iOS 8 pre-installed, the newest version of iOS, and it goes great. It does everything well. If you're used to the iPhone, then this is going to be home for you. There's nothing that much new, nothing that is aesthetically different from iOS 7. All the icons are the same. They're all neon, nice and flat like they used to be in iOS 7. It has a few new features like the health app, but that's pretty much it. The health app is mostly for use with the Apple Watch. It's coming in 2015. And also, for some reason, they decided to preload all the iWork apps onto the iPhone. I wish they hadn't preloaded those apps in there, because especially if you're on the 16GB model, you're not going to have a lot of space for other apps, and some of them we don't even use. I don't even use any of them. Maybe iMovie if I need to update, like edit a quick video that I shot on my iPhone, which I really don't do. But other than that, I don't know why you would need all those apps that are taking up space, valuable space, especially if you're on that 16GB model. Some new awesome key features, especially in the camera department. We got some new slow motion for you slow motion critters out there. 240p, 240 frames per second is the new slow motion feature added. Last year's model had 120 frames per second, which was cool, still nice, better than you know, the S5's crappy video slow motion. But this one has 240 frames per second, so we're going to be seeing the Note 4, we're probably going to be seeing the S6, adding those features in the coming months. I know Samsung, they're probably going to do that just to catch up. So yeah, it's really cool. The video is really smooth, really high quality. I'm pretty sure it's like 720p. I don't think it's 1080p yet, but it's awesome. It's really a cool feature for a lot of people. Everybody loves it. I've been using it a lot. I thought it was really cool, and I had never imagined myself using this movie mode ever in my life until I started using it. It's really fun. You like do a lot of cool stuff, and you can just slow it down and see frame by frame. Share it on Instagram, share it everywhere. Share it with your buds. So that's pretty cool. Now another feature that is really key to this iOS 8 build is the keyboard. You can now finally, after 6-7 years of iPhone, you can finally switch out the keyboard for a third-party keyboard. That is amazing. A lot of iPhone people are gonna be like, what? We can do that now? Whoa! But Android's been having it for years now. So, but that's another part. That's another story for another day. Anyways, you can do that, and now the stock keyboard has text predictions built into the keyboard. So now if you're texting somebody, you can it'll actually like predict the next word, so you can like speed up the process, which is cool. It's kind of creepy sometimes if you actually think about it, how it's really smart about what it knows. Kind of creepy, but at the same time, it's really neat. We'll get the job done. Also, it has the Snapchat-like features in the messaging app, where you can record your voice and you can send it to somebody. You can also like send a picture so it can self-destruct in a few seconds, just like Snapchat. So it's probably trying to compete with them over there too, which is cool. I mean, but I prefer myself prefer Snapchat. Make sure to add me, VeryCoolAlan, always on Snapchat, always posting stories. Another new feature in iOS 8 is the widgets in the notification center. No, you do not have widgets in the home screen, unfortunately. Not yet. Maybe iOS 9, maybe iOS 10, maybe in a few years. Who knows? But yeah, you have them on the notification panel, which is cool. If you really care about that. I haven't used them at all, and I have a lot of apps installed on this thing. I mean, a lot of stuff on it, and I haven't really seen the use for widgets on a notification panel. That's just another extra step I have to take. It would have been easier if I could just put it on the home screen, so when I just unlock it, it'll be right on the home screen. But you know, that's okay if you're into that kind of stuff. The Stocks app is on the home notification panel, and all that other stuff as well, which is cool. Alright, mainly that's it for now. Remember that the Apple iPhone 6 also has Apple Pay. Well, not yet, until October, but it will have Apple Pay because it has NFC in it inside. This is pretty cool, pretty new stuff for Apple. Pretty new stuff, you know, nobody's had this before. Wink wink, actually everybody's had this before except for Apple. So yeah, NFC, Apple Pay, you can now pay, you know, with your phone, which is cool. They're trying to eliminate the credit card, that's what they're saying, but will they do? And I'm back, guys. Sorry for the delay, just had to change some shirts for our next contender, which is the OnePlus One. Now we're going to be looking at the software since we have already looked at the hardware. So it's running CyanogenMod 11s, and at the time of this video it's running Android 4.4.4 KitKat, and is expected to be upgraded to Android L within 90 days of the release of Android, of the official release of Android L. That's according to Cyanogen and OnePlus. So both of the companies are saying that this device will get Android L within 3 months of the release of Android L. We still don't even know what Android L is called, what number it is, 5.0, 4.5, we don't know, but we know that this phone's gonna get it. So that's pretty cool, exciting. If you have a OnePlus One, hold on to it because it's gonna get the latest updates very fast from CyanogenMod. Alright, now let's look at the home screen. Now, if you're gonna see that I have changed all my settings around for my personal taste, so it's gonna depend how you look at it. When you open the OnePlus One for the first time, you're gonna be greeted with the Trebuchet launcher, as well as the CyanogenMod lock screen and stock apps. Now we're gonna be talking about CyanogenMod 11s. CyanogenMod 11s is probably the most customizable stock form of vanilla Android out there. Alright, now we're going to be looking at the settings menu. The settings menu is really cool. It has so much personalization. You can personalize your home launcher, your lock screen, the themes, the status bar, notification drawer, and the gestures. Now what all that means is you can just change the launcher to Nova Launcher, Trebuchet, Apex, Go Launcher. You can change the lock screen from like the stock CyanogenMod lock screen to slide screen to Android lock, different sort of lock screens if you want, which is basic. A lot of people know how to do that now, so we're not going to get into that much so deep, but we can get into the themes. The themes is something really cool that you can actually change everything of. You can change the theme style, the icons, for example, the fonts, the wallpapers, and you don't have to change one theme to stay with all those categories. You can change and pick apart different themes and put them all together to your liking, which is really awesome. You can get one icon pack from one theme, a font from another theme, boot animation from one theme, and the best thing about all this is you don't need root, which is awesome. That's what a lot of people used to root for, was for changing the font, changing the color, changing all that. But you don't have to do that anymore. With CyanogenMod 11s, it's the best right now. We're also going to show the status bar. The status bar is something really cool you can do. You can put the toggles up on the status bar on the top, so you don't have to keep going down to the settings or clicking that button in the top right corner just to go and then go to the toggles. You can just slide down the status bar and there it is. That's pretty cool. It's really useful, especially if you're like turning off the Wi-Fi, turning on the Bluetooth, turning off the Bluetooth, the GPS. Boom, that's it. Just one slide and click. You have to go to the settings and then have to look for it, and then it takes too much time. There's not enough time in this day, in this world, for us to have to waste time just doing all those extra little steps, which is great. That's why Cyanogen implemented this into their new 11 and 10 and 9 and 8, 7. Alright, that's cool. You also have gestures. Gestures is one of the things that is really tricky sometimes because the gestures have been reported to activate in people's pockets. For example, the camera, you have to draw a circle to activate the camera. Sometimes when I used to have it in my pocket and I used to have it enabled, it would enable the camera, or the flash. The flash, you just draw a V. So I would feel like my pocket gets hot for some reason, and I was like, whoa, why are my pants getting hot? I don't see a hot girl around here right now. So I was wondering why I see my phone. My phone is literally burning my leg. I was freaking out a little bit. So turn that off, turn off the toggles. They're not working for me. I don't know if they're gonna get fixed, if they have been fixed yet, but I don't use them anymore because I just have them on those. I have them. The lock screen has a shortcut for the camera, and then I have a shortcut for the flashlight right on my home screen, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you're wondering about the gestures, I don't know if you're gonna like that. But yeah, they're still a little bit buggy. That's fine. The sound, the display, same stuff as always in Android. You can change the light notification. You can change to whatever you want now. Basically, you can have a black, which is nothing. You have a white, cyanogen, purple, green, yellow, orange, whatever. You can also change the screen off animation style, so you can make it look like it's turning off like a little beam, which is cool. Alright, the buttons. This is one of the big things of the OnePlus One that's great. You can actually enable the navigation buttons if you're really weird like that and you really don't like using the bottom hardware capacitive buttons. You can change it to be a you can change it to have virtual navigation buttons like a Nexus, the HTC One, or those phones with no actual capacitive buttons on the bottom. You can change it to do that if you really want that experience. I personally don't do it because I like having the bigger screen, having more advantage of the bigger screen. So that's why I kind of like not having the buttons there. And then sometimes, like when I'm texting, I accidentally press it. So you can also change a lot of the shortcuts for the side buttons, the power button, volume up and down, and change the shortcuts to make them do what you want to do, which is really great, really neat. So that's what goes. Now we have all the same stuff, which is storage, the battery, apps, profiles. Basically the same stuff that you've come to love on Android, if you love it, and if you don't, basically all the stuff that is on iPhones as well, which is the syncing of the apps, privacy, security, the profiles. Oh wait, iOS doesn't have profiles. What? Oh, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So basically, that's it for this CyanogenMod 11S. Not so much different from just regular CyanogenMod 11. There's a few features for just designed for the OnePlus, but other than that, you're gonna get a great experience from both phones. You're gonna want to make sure you actually check these out, maybe in person, because the OnePlus is pretty big and the iPhone 6 is a little bit smaller, but you can always go with the 6 Plus. The 6 Plus is almost the same thing as the 6, just regular 6, just a little bit bigger. So if you really want a big phone, get the 6 Plus or the OnePlus One or the Note 4, which is coming on the 17th. And you can also get, and if you want a smaller phone, get something like the Nexus 5 or get something like the 6, just the regular 6. If you want something even smaller, then go for the iPhone 5S. You can buy the 5S if you want, but whatever your decision is your decision. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. This is probably my longest video ever. My videos are usually not 19 minutes or 20 minutes long, but I was trying to edit this whole video. So many things to cover in this video. I don't know if most of you are going to be watching the entire video, but just in case you are, thanks for watching.